What if I told you that Manchester United finish ninth, Leeds get relegated, and City reclaim their crown? These are our predictions for the 2025-26 Premier League season, and they're going to get spicy. From relegation battles to the title decider, we're breaking down every single team, from bottom to top. Let's dive in. 20th, Sunderland. They fought hard to return to the Premier League, but the jump from Championship to top flight is brutal. Their squad, while full of young talent, lacks Premier League experience. Defensively, they look shaky, and unless they make huge signings, they'll be outmatched most weeks. 19th, Burnley back. In the big time, but without key reinforcements. Their style of play under Scott Parker works in the Championship, but we predict they'll struggle to impose themselves against Premier League midfields. Without a reliable goal scorer, their survival chances drop dramatically, unless Armando Broja can score goals this season. 18th, Leeds United. Leeds' return to the Premier League is exciting for fans, but their lack of defensive discipline will be their downfall. Many people predict they will survive. I think it's because of the financial muscle. They may score goals, but they'll concede far too many. In a league this competitive, that's fatal. 17th, Brentford, a solid side with a clear identity. They'll upset a few big teams, but the departure of the captain and their top goal scorer will be a huge gap to close, with the news that Wissa might still leave to join Newcastle. If he leaves, expect a slide. If he stays and scores, they might climb a few spots. 16th, Fulham, Raul, and Munoz will need to step up if winning games is what they will do this season, and are the important players like Wilson. They'll steal a few big wins at home, but their inconsistency makes this another nervous season. 15th, Bournemouth. Last season's overachievement will regress to the mean. They're well coached and tactically sharp, but the loss of a few key players will hurt. Their ability to grind out results remains their saving grace. 14th, Wolves. A season of transition. Losing players like Cunha and Pedro Neto will hurt, and the rebuild has to continue. Some bright academy prospects are emerging, but inconsistency and lack of attacking threat will keep them in the bottom half. 13th, Everton. Moving into a new stadium brings excitement, but not results. Financial restrictions have made recruitment difficult, and unless the new signings like Jack Grealish can step up and help the team to beat teams around them. 12th, West Ham. A slight improvement from last season. David Moyes is gone, and Graham Potter brings new energy. With some departure and some few replacements, they will be able to do slightly better than last season. 11th, Crystal Palace. With ease, Mateta, and a strong defensive setup under Glasner, this team has momentum. A European push isn't out of the question, but they still lack the depth to truly break into the top 8, and playing Thursday night might give them issues in the Premier League. 10th, Nottingham Forest. After an impressive 7th place finish, we expect a dip. Not a collapse, but a more realistic position. The team is maturing and their home form remains a fortress, but they still lack quality away from home. 9th, Manchester United. This will be controversial. Amorim is a great coach, but this is a full rebuild. The squad lacks chemistry and balance. They'll be better than last year's nightmare, but not back in the elite conversation yet. 8th, Brighton, one of the best-run clubs in the league. With the youngest coach in the league, they continue to innovate. However, juggling European fixtures and league performance will stretch their depth, and the departure of Pedro to Chelsea might need them to add numbers in attack to be able to compete. 7th, Newcastle United, financially strong, but they're not immune to fatigue. Playing in Europe again will drain their small core. Expect strong home form and inconsistency on the road. With this Isak saga, they will need to add more players and strengthen the squad for the new season. 6th, Aston Villa Unai Emery has made Villa dangerous. They have a clear identity and players like Rodgers and Watkins thriving. But the Europa League will be a distraction, and their squad might not be deep enough to push top 4. 5th, Tottenham. They were 17th last season. This year, huge comeback. They are looking to add numbers in the squad, and Maddison injured and Son left for LAFC will need guys like Solanke to score more goals. Thomas Frank experience in the league will play a huge role for them to make the top 5. 4th, Chelsea. A young squad that's finally matured. With stability in the manager's seat and a settled spine, they play aggressive football. Cole Palmer steps up as a top 5 Premier League attacker, and winning 2 trophies last season was a great foundation for a young team like Chelsea. Even though they have Champions League football this season, top 4 is the best for them. Third, Arsenal. So close, yet again. They finished third for a change since they've been title challengers for some time. Depth has improved, but lapses in mentality during key matches cost them. Title contenders, just not title winners. Second, Liverpool Arne Slot impresses in year 1. They're fast, fluid, and fearless. Salah reinvents himself again. But the transition season has some stumbles. City will edge them out in the final weeks. First, Manchester City back on top. Guardiola tweaks the system again, and it's terrifying. Foden becomes a Ballon d'Or finalist. Haaland scores 30+, and they dominate with ruthless consistency. The hunger is back after losing the title last year. So there it is. From heartbreak at the bottom to glory at the top, those are our full Premier League predictions. What did we get wrong? Who do you have winning the league? Hit the comments, hit the like button, and subscribe for more football breakdowns every single week. We'll be tracking these picks all season long.